Good tidings, ladies and gentlemen of the Lodge, and welcome back. I come bearing good news as Papa Nomura has bestowed us with a message about Kingdom Hearts' Birth by Sleep's anniversary and a tease for Kingdom Hearts 4. Now, before we get into that, let's read Nomura's message that at the end will lead us into a discussion about the future. Nomura says, it's been 15 years since the release of Birth by Sleep, so I've been asked to give you a secret anecdote about how the game itself was born. I've already revealed quite a lot, so I had to think about what would be best. Apparently, the plan is to release my comment alongside the teaser trailer for Birth by Sleep from the secret movie in KH4. So, taking my cue from that video, I'd like to give you an insight into the CrossRoads. In this video, 3 Keyblade wielders clad in armor wait for someone at a crossroads. Meeting someone at a crossroads is actually a recurring motif in Kingdom Hearts. At the beginning of Kingdom Hearts' Chain of Memories, Sora meets someone in a black coat and is invited to Castle Oblivion. During the climax of Birth by Sleep, the 3 protagonists wait at a crossroads for 2 Keyblade wielders, linked to them by fate. It is where the opposing unions come together and the Keyblade War breaks out in Kingdom Hearts Key. Those who wish to become the new leader of the unions in place of the Master gather here in Kingdom Hearts Union Cross. And in Kingdom Hearts 3, the ancient foretellers known as the Lost Masters gather at these crossroads. So essentially, Nomura is pointing out all the significant points in which there is a gathering at the crossroads. Although I think he's leaving one very important crossroads out, but we'll get into that. As you can see, whenever there's something going on, crossroads act as an important point of divergence. To trace it right back, the motif was inspired by the well-known crossroad myth from American folklore. The story goes like this: a young man makes a deal with the devil at a crossroads, trading his soul for the ability to play the guitar. So, Sonny Novus and I actually did a podcast talking about this a little bit, about how the Master of Masters makes a lot of what's known as Faustian deals with the people around him. And essentially a Faustian deal is, for lack of a better term, a deal with the devil. You give something up to the devil in return bestows something upon you. That's sort of the motif that's at play here. So let's keep this going. The first time a crossroads appears in Kingdom Hearts is in Chain of Memories, which is about losing something, memory, to gain something. And in fact, all subsequent appearances of crossroads have the same significance. The greatest example is Birth by Sleep, a story where all 3 protagonists pay a heavy price to obtain something. But wait, when the Lost Masters gather at a crossroads in Kingdom Hearts 3, what is gained and what is lost? That is a story for another time. So there you have a nice little hook to get you thinking about Kingdom Hearts 4, in particular that the Lost Masters are the ones at the crossroads at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3. However, I don't know if he's doing this on purpose or it may have slipped his mind, but I believe Nomura has left one very important crossroads out. Shout out to Treehouse, good friend of the Lodge, good friend of the channel. He put up a YouTube short about this as well that's worth checking out, but he points out that what's going on in Quadratum is literally another crossroads of its own. And when you think about it, after Sora sacrifices himself and sacrifices his existence to gain Kairi back, these are the crossroads he's brought to. So you can sort of see that sort of give and take. But you could look at this 2 ways, right? Maybe Sora was at the crossroads when he made the sacrifice at the end of KH4, right? And now that he's here in Shibuya, there's going to be another sort of gain and loss function going on. So lots of doors and ideas are opened by this. Again, the question is, Sora giving up his existence to bring Kairi back, does that apply to the crossroads in the graveyard where he made the sacrifice? Or does it apply to the crossroads in Quadratum where he was transported? And if it's the former, then what does the crossroads at Quadratum mean? Opens up a whole new book of possibilities. But now, let's talk a little bit about the Keyblade Graveyard, right? He brought up how the Birth by Sleep trio came here, and there was a gain and loss in their clash with Xehanort and Vanitas. But he wanted us to focus on this particular crossroads, where where Lushu and the Lost Masters, the foretellers, come and re-manifest in the world of Kingdom Hearts. Now, the question he's posing is, what was lost and what was gained here? Question being is, do the foretellers have all their memories intact? Do the foretellers have their powers intact? Maybe their powers got reset in the way Sora's did. Maybe that explains why for a year between the end of KH4 and Melody of Memory, they really haven't made any significant moves yet. Maybe they lost something in gaining their existence back that they need to reobtain in that 1 year time gap. I don't know, but it does create a good sort of thought exercise for why in that 1 year time gap they may or may not have been so silent. But again, the question is brought up, and it's the question I posed to all of you watching this video: what was lost and what was gained? Foretellers arrive. We don't see Lushu make any particular sacrifice, but now that I'm looking at it and I'm thinking about it, what if this whole loss and gain function has everything to do with the black box? What if there's something in the black box, within the black box, involving the black box? That seems to be what was gained alongside the foretellers, but now the question becomes, what was lost? They seem to have their memories of each other, so it wouldn't be their entire memory, but did they lose their memory of the Keyblade War? You know, did they lose their powers and those have to be reset? These are all the questions we need to be asking now. That said, there's also worth considering that since Nomura came out and made this statement, because again, this isn't the first time a game in the series has had an anniversary, but the fact in a time where Kingdom Hearts has been so very quiet, more quiet than it's been since Kingdom Hearts 3's launch, the fact that Nomura is trying to catalyze our thoughts about Kingdom Hearts 4 in the future, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that means something is coming soon, but what I am here to say is there's clearly something in the works here. PR is PR at the end of the day. They know what the Kingdom Hearts fanbase does, and they know putting this out here is going to get all of us talking. So be on the lookout. It looks like things are on their way. Not saying it could be here tomorrow, could take months, could take the whole year. Who knows? But be on the lookout. Nomura came with this message, got us thinking about CrossRoads, and I want to know what all of you think. What do you think about these Quadratum CrossRoads and what Sora had to lose and gain to get here? Was his sacrifice with Kairi in the Keyblade Graveyard that function? Or is that function going to take place here in Quadratum? And then as for the Keyblade Graveyard, what's going on with the Lost Masters? What's going on with the Foretellers? What was lost? What was gained? That's the ultimate question here now. Their memories, their powers, something that they had on their person. Who knows? We've seen with Chain of Memories, Sora loses his memory. Birth by Sleep, they lose their bodies, they lose their life, they lose, you know, there's a lot of sound. Each one of the Keyblade wielders loses something different. Again, Sora at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3 loses his existence, gains Kairi back. There's so much to discuss, so much to figure out. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to know what you think. Please drop in the comments. Let me know what you make of Nomura's comments. Let me know what you make of Sora's sacrifice and Quadratum. Let me know what you make of the Lost Masters Foretellers being here in the Keyblade Graveyard. What was lost? What was gained? I want to know what you think. But until then, sickos and normies, you all be good out there. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. And I'll see all you sickos and normies next time. Peace.